Hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome back to the BFC. How you guys doing today? I hope you're doing good. Who do I have with me? Yes, it was a nice 4th of July. How was your 4th of July? You tell me how your 4th of July was. Our nation's birthday. Mine was spectacular. Actually, I went down to another depressing Northeast city, Cleveland. Actually, it was a good time, believe it or not. And we spent 3 days down there. Went to check out a Braves game. A Braves game. You know, the Braves never ever play in Cleveland. Whenever they play the Indians, it seems like for the last decade, the Indians, or I'm sorry, the Guardians, they changed the name. Go figure, whatever. Changing everything these days. Anyways, that's usually in Atlanta. So once I saw the schedule, my wife and I were like, yes, we're totally going to go to Cleveland. So check out a Braves game. Went on a boat ride, cruised around the city. It was a nice time, believe it or not. Yes. And our Kia did not get robbed. Yes, our car came back in one piece. Yeah, we checked in. The first thing that lady said at the desk, she goes, what kind of car do you got? And we said Kia, and she's like, ooh. Who do we have here? Of course, we have Lisa Matthews. Lisa, welcome. Jord Wayward. Hey, I might see you in about an hour and a half, Wayward. So keep your door unlocked, or you're probably going to be hanging out in your garage because it's beautiful out tonight. Yes, despite what people think, it is gorgeous out here right now. Our summers are great in Buffalo. And Jim K, you're here. Mobs, what's up? Good evening, BFC crew. Great to have you guys here. Well, I said, there's a lot to talk about today. I didn't really pay attention to anything over the last couple days because I had no orders to purchase anything, though I did make a purchase today. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But so I'm just sort of like cruising through today. There is a lot to talk about, but I'm just going to sort of just roll with this thing. So I know I was getting some grief over in the land of Twitter, the most fun place on earth, the land of Twitter. It was great. I got called I may be the worst stock guy out there. So guys, welcome to the worst show ever. Worst stock show ever. But hey, this isn't just a stock show. This is about finding those long-term gems in the OTC and really going in depth with the people in the trenches of the OTC and learning about the people behind the ticker and what their vision is and what their plan is and how that is going to help us make money in the long term. So I think long term. But yes, welcome to the worst stock channel ever. Yes, I never call victories at all. I never call victories. But I did call IGPK at 0007. It ran up to 0028. That's 400%. So I'd say if you were smart enough to take profit, then you made a couple bucks like I did. I don't know. That's what I did. You guys do whatever you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. Oh, by the way, when I did start covering GRPS that day, it was at 0028. All right. And it closed at 3 that day. And it's sitting now 0044 up. Hey, guess what? 50%. All right. And it's a solid stock with a solid company. And I love the shrimp play. I think it's going to do great things. Ifus. That's another one. All right. I called that at 12.1. I wanted 12.1. I called it 13.1. I'm sorry. And I wanted 12.5. I ended up just going in at 14.5. And guess what? It's sitting up. Yeah, you hear that cow. Thanks, Rob. Rob, he move back. He's always quick to move on those sound effects. All right, stop. But hey, Ifus is now sitting stably up 100%. And I really would watch that one because I think it's consolidating nicely and they are going to push it up. I really think they are. Yes, Mark, great to have you. Scott, how you doing? And Gary, great to have you guys on the show. So yeah, I'm just winging it. I'm always going to do these Wednesday lives just because I want to keep it consistent. I want to actually, we are going to have some guests on soon. I'm doing an old-fashioned BFC style interview, but I'm going to talk about that one a little bit later. It's a real special one, and it just like came to fruition today, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I will be having some people have reached out to me on Twitter, the land of Twitter, as I say, the most fun place on earth, the land of Twitter. JP is going to be back on the show. I had a call with him last week just to see if he'd be willing to come back on. And yeah, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to get together a couple times this summer just so he could keep us updated. I'm really excited about that. He was my first guest on the show, and he continues to come back and share some of that firsthand due diligence with us. So, and that's what this is all about. If you have any DD or anything that you guys want to share, put it in the chat section and share it with your BFC family. All right. And listen, if I'm ever, yes, JP back on the show. That is for certain. Hey, Jordan, are you going to join me that day? Hey, I think it's going to be live. That might not be on a Wednesday. Basically, there's a big time differential. I'm doing an interview Friday, and there's like a 6 or 7 hour time difference, so I have to be flexible. So I don't expect somebody on the other half of the globe to wake up at 2 in the morning to do Wednesday live at 8 o'clock. So that's just one thing I'm always going to be accommodating. That's what it's all about. And so that's what I'm going to continue to do. So look for that. We are still going to have updates. I know NUGN, I know Justin Matthews wants to come back on and share some updates. We'll see how things progress there. Right now that there's been a real retracement in that share price. So, but I'm not going to talk about NUGN today. I think I'm going to hammer that one next week, or maybe even on a smaller segment. So yes, I will for sure figure something out. George, I'd love to have you there, and you could share with him your birthday cake analogy. so yeah, let me just look at my notes here. Yes, I discussed that I did call a couple good plays, but like I said, I do look for long-term investments. All right. I believe in a lot of, like, 90% of what I cover is long-term. All right. Let's see. I did cover Twitter. I did cover the fact that I am the worst stock guy out there. So, all right. Those are really good notes to open up the show. So, and yes, we do have a bourbon of the week, but we're not going to get to that just yet. All right. We're not going to get there yet. But I want to just cover just a couple of the usuals. And I do want to cover 2 new things today. 2 new things. I want to share a little new adventure with you guys. And I also want to share with you a stock that I just bought today. And I'm glad I did. And I'm going to have an interview with a key element within that company in the next couple days. So, hey, Jord, just curious how old you are. I think Jord's a healthy 18. No, I'm just kidding. You care to put those numbers up, Jord, for all to see? Just say 40. All right, so let's get to the nitty gritty, guys. Blow up the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. And we're just going to go for this here. There's big news, by the way. There are some cryptic messages. I know how many of you guys are in CYBL. Are you still holding CYBL? This is huge. All right. This is absolutely huge. Oh, wait, George is going to share with the world. You know what? And I met him at the shareholders meeting. He looked 38. He looks great. George looks great. So here is some huge news with, yes, CyberLux. Now, I want you guys to really pay attention because this is huge. On Independence Day, we celebrate America's hard-fought liberty and freedom, and we salute the brave men and women in service who protect our country every day. We are honored and grateful to work with you, and we celebrate the spirit of our American heroes on this 4th of July. Do you know what this means, about the CE? This is huge. This clearly states that CE is coming off. It does. Look, they used the word celebrate twice. So clearly this is an indication that he wants us to celebrate. No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't mean shit. It was just a nice message. So yeah. So no, I'm really happy I know a lot of people were happy to see that tweet and like, oh my God, it's still alive. The stock's still alive. Yeah. I stand by that one 110%. And I think they're going to do great things. But yes, the CE is a pain in the ass and a thorn in our side. And we know that. But yeah, no, we're not. I don't think Mark's getting cryptic with us. I really don't. In other great news, hey, we got some good news about DVLP, of course. Those of you that are, how many of you are in DVLP? This is fun stuff, right? Let's share this one. DVLP, a rough day today. 0007. Now I had an original buy-in. I was going to hit 0038. It never nabbed. It went down, and then things started to turn a little south. So, and then this is what happened, essentially. Let me just fix this and do this the right way. I apologize. Much better. Here we are. So on June 22nd, 2023, Golden Developing Solutions filed a voluntary petition under Chapter 11 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code. So listen, bankruptcy is a tool that is used all the time in businesses. All right. It's the truth. It is. It's used all the time. But this isn't the Trump organization where they own like 200 properties and could afford to go bankrupt on one or whatever the hell, however they use bankruptcy. Companies use bankruptcy all the time as a way to propel themselves, but in no way, shape, or form do I think DVLP has earned such merit whatsoever. Not at all. You know, and so do I think there's hope for DVLP? I don't know. And I don't know. Maybe I'd buy now. It beats the 0038 target that I thankfully pulled out of because I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable with it. I actually asked it. We tried to get Stravos on the show, and I don't know. And it's not because he didn't come on. It's just because I just didn't feel comfortable with it. I didn't have enough confidence in the due diligence. I didn't. Um, and so Lisa Matthews says that Section 5 is to get rid of some debt. So, I mean, this is the thing, maybe it is, and that's fine. But this is the problem, and I think I forgot who posted. I think it was Tigress or Dipshit or whatever his name is, Sipped it, however he says it. It was one of those guys that just said, you're talking about going to a big board, yet you're filing for these things, and this is the story that we hear all the time in the OTC. We always hear this. What do we hear? Going to a dollar. Hey, Michael, what's up? It's going to $1. It's going to 5 to 10 cents. They have a catalyst coming. They have $100 million acquisition. They have these are just like things. You just got to like look through them and be like, all right, yeah, that one's bullshit. That one's bullshit. Sometimes they're true. Sometimes they do have these acquisitions. Like, I don't know, like Ilus has done a good job, with $250 million, in and out, but that's not going to get recognized by the OTC because it's a trade platform that can, it just trades purely off of emotion. And so, but no, I can't say whether or not there's going to be hope for DVLP. I think that had it been known ahead of time that maybe, hey, this would be a tool that we would use to clear our debt, I think that the market's going to respond much nicer to be like, oh yeah, this is to be expected. They may use this as a tool to clear some debt, as opposed to just like doing it and making it happen and everybody be like, oh, holy shit. Because there's never going to be a positive, when you mention bankruptcy, there's never going to be a positive reaction to the share price at all. But there will be people there waiting to buy the bottom. So, so yes, I know he did a space. I didn't listen to it. I just didn't, Lisa. I did not listen to the space. I'll go back and maybe take maybe I could use that as my nighttime listen tonight and just sort of, look into it. And by no means am I bashing DVLP, but these types of things happen all the time in the in the OTC. He definitely lost ultra shareholder. Space was bad. Well, I get it. I think we were talking about Sipped It, and I were talking about another play we were talking about was Pooj. How many of you guys remember Pooj? Puge. Karen Fordham. She was a rock star. She was great. Actually, she did have a great resume, and we all know what happened with Pooj. She went down and found out all the things that were happening that were like illegit, and she just wiped her hands clean of it. And I don't blame her for doing that, quite frankly. And she, like, if you look at her LinkedIn, yeah, she doesn't even have that on her resume. It's like a bad moment in your business career. But man, and listen, I feel for all you guys with DVLP. That sucks. It does. Especially, I know people that are down now $40,000, $50,000. Why? Because they had faith in a company, and it's like the OTC is a little bit of a circus. There's some serious people, there's some villains, there's some clowns. They exist. I know somebody's saying right now, yeah, you're a clown, Iraq, but that's okay. Yes. All right. Comments were very rough on him. Yes, it was. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Let things play out. If anything, if you really do have conviction in this company, you believe Stavros, if you believe Mr. Triant, then this is a prime buying opportunity for you. I could use this thing and like emotional reactions. We could talk about emotional reactions with QIND. What happened last week? Now, holy crap, 15 cents. Now I didn't have the liquidity to buy it, but man, I totally would have. What an easy buy for QIND last week. Free money. Nothing I say is financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Just having a little bit of fun. All right. So, yeah, I agree. He could have explained the situation before the news came out. I'm all about buying trips. My GERPS stock closed up 33%. Thank you, Eric. Yes, there it is. And so, listen. I have a conviction in a lot of these companies that I cover. I'm not promising you. I'm not going to be that guy to make you pay $5 for a Discord or be like, one, because I'm not equipped to do that. I would never, you know, I weigh a lot of decisions for myself. I don't want to have that on my conscience, but I'm not going to charge you for stock tips and give you the 10 hottest stocks that you're going to lose money on, but there is a way to trade, and there is a way to do due diligence. There is a way to like reach out to companies. Yeah. Our Twitter sources are reliable. Some are some stock twits. I mean, I'm sure somebody posts some relevant information, but you got to sift through what's good and what's bullshit. You do. And you have to have conviction in your plays, and you have to have an exit point. All right. If you're looking to be short term, you need to say, hey, when it hits this, don't get greedy. I've done it. We all done it. We're up 100%. We're like, I'm going to let it run the 500%. Hey, asshole, it's not going to run the 500%. And I'm talking to myself because I've done it. And then I watch it tank because that's what happens. But it's all about, being, just a little humble enough to take your profit and enjoy that. So, but you know what? Hey, like I said, most of my stuff is long term because I look for just those long investments. I don't have to babysit every day. Just like people are asking me, like, oh, they dig in, they're like, oh, I don't care. I don't care because I have conviction in the play, and I'm gonna try and buy more. That's it. That's how I feel. And that's it. Kelly nails it. Everybody has to do their own DD and be responsible. And like I said, I'm learning every day. I'm not a perfect investor. I'm not a perfect trader. Nobody is. I mean, like I said, look at what happened with DVLP. People down a lot of money. This happened. It happens all the time. But with the negative things, with the losses, the gains that the OTC offers are huge. You just got to be smart, and you got to stick to your plan, and you just got to do your due diligence. So I could relate to how you guys are feeling right now. Just hang in there. That's what you just got to do. Just keep on keeping on. But DD is, it's important. Tom Sign says, I love the D. Oh, wait. What? I always knew there was something weird about you. Didn't you give me that kegs play? That's right. You guys are funny. Oh, man. Tom Sign, welcome back. Welcome back to the BFC. Good to talk to you. Good to see you. Yes, we're in kegs together. Ticker KEGS 0001 lotto play. They got 7 million shares of that. And hey, you never know. Whatever. We need some we need some whales to come along for kegs. So yeah, so we did cover DVLP. We did cover CYBL with their cryptic message about celebration. So let's talk about something else. Now, how are you guys doing though? Are you guys good? All 38 of you. It's great to have you guys. Yeah. When will you interview the CEO or COO of VAPR? This will be great. I'll be honest, it's not on my radar yet. But and you have mentioned it before. I do know that. And so I'm gonna make a little side note right here because I'm completely honest. VAPR written down for you, and I will do some digging on that one, and maybe I can reach out. And if you have anything to share about VAPR, if you have any information, share it with me, and I'll get on that, and I'll do some of my own due diligence with you. And that's it. Any of you guys know that when you reach out to me, whether it's from at Buffalo Fireside Chats at Gmail or private chat on Twitter or Discord, I'm very responsive. I'm very transparent, and whatever. That's what this is all about. Yes, and Wayward X up 50% today. Yeah, see, I call them right. No, yeah, you gotta love the 0001s. Kelly, I used to love the D on 85 Bears. Yeah. What happened to the Bears? 86 Bears. There it is. Another one we're going to talk about today is CGRA. I wanted to touch base with CGRA. I'm in that one. Bought a little bit high. I bought it because it's a Nick Link play. I'm not freaking out over the share price. I'm invested in it long term. I'm going to see what it does. All right. The main reason why I invested in this was because it was a Nick Link connection. So let's go through and just sort of look through this filing. I skimmed through it. I did not read this thing all the way through. So I just skimmed it. And so I'm like, all right, we're going to share this today because, well, why not? Let's get to it. All right. So here we are. All right. C Growth Capital Incorporated discovers significant high-grade lithium deposits. Yes, it's not just sports technology, they are also working into mining and lithium. So let's take a look here. They're pleased to announce the publication of a high-level preliminary report of its exploration efforts in the company's recently acquired lithium tenements in the Hombola region of Tanzania. This preliminary report reveals promising indications of significant lithium mineralization, along with key geological sequences and notable results obtained from rock chip sampling, confirming the presence of valuable lithium resources. The report offers a concise overview of the initial exploration conducted at the Mohanga lithium tenement situated in Makula village, Bahi, and Dodoma urban districts along the Dodoma region in central Tanzania. Additionally, it presents a comprehensive account of the mining licenses secured, encompassing 17 prospecting licenses and a total of 37 primary mining licenses. The report also includes a detailed depiction of the project areas, locations, and provides precise information on the acquired mining licenses. Now, I'm going to put the link to this. You guys could read right through. It's a pretty long article. Obviously, this is a step in the right direction in regards to their lithium mining. So let's get to this last Nick Link quote here. I want to share this with you guys. Taking these exciting developments into account and with the strong focus on maximizing value for our shareholders, it is imperative to provide clarity regarding the name Hombolo at this juncture. It is important to note that Hombolo is not exclusively associated with a singular mine or company. Rather, it encompasses an extensive and expansive region offering a diverse range of mining opportunities. All right. I have a video clip for you guys in a second. It's going to make sense. Attracting several of the world's largest mining companies who are actively engaged within its boundaries. To address the prevailing confusion surrounding the current name of our mining operation, we are pleased to announce the decision to rename the project as a Nikoli Hombola Lithium Project. Probably butchering this, but whatever. This strategic move stems from the widespread misconception that Hombolo refers to a single mine or it's exclusively associated with one company. By adopting the name Nikolo Hombolo Lithium Project, we aim to dispel this misunderstanding and provide a clear representation of our project's location within the expansive Hombolo region. So this obviously covers a wide area. Now, if you do notice, they did talk about this in the podcast. All right. I'm just looking at the comments right now. They did look at this at the latest CGRA podcast. Okay. I want to play a clip, and he's talking about uplifting. He's talking about, basically mining and lithium. So let's take a look at this clip, and I just hope that you guys could hear the volume here. All right. And this is Mitchell Smith. I hope to have him on the BFC soon. I did reach out to him, and he said that he would come on. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, I could do a Q&A with him. And if you guys have any questions, you guys could join the live chat, like I do it, and ask away. All right, let's see. All right, just let me know if you guys could hear this.
Then move on to the next question. Do we plan to uplist? Absolutely. It's something that we're looking at doing. As you know, the OTC is a stepping stone into the bigger markets, such as your NASDAQ and your New York Stock Exchanges. It's been a really busy 5 weeks, and that's putting the management team in, making sure we get the right reporting systems, etc. In regards to uplisting, it's going to be something that we evaluate over time, and it's something that we can continually evaluating over time and to make sure it aligns with the company's growth trajectory, the roadmap of C Growth Capital. So rest assured, as things come into play and as we plan to uplist, we'll keep you updated, as well as the subsidiaries of C Growth Capital. It's something that we're definitely looking at, and the likes of the lithium side of things, we're looking at uplisting in due time, and I'm hoping I can provide more details around that in the coming months. So definitely we are looking at uplisting, and it's something that I will be relaying information on as it comes to fruition. Then move on to the next question. What are the plans if any other precious metals are found? It's a great question, and something I wanted to touch on was the mining front. As the mining business, I look to roll out very aggressively if it aligns with the see growth roadmap. And that's due to the commodity boom. I think we can all expect on the mining front, not only on the precious metals, but battery metals, etc. So there's a lot of conversations been had. We've been very busy in the background. Our main focus at the moment is a lithium project, as we can see that bringing in substantial returns and high value. To what extent yet, we don't quite know, but as we do, as that comes into fruition, I'll be able to elaborate more on that. On the mining front, we're in a very good place, and that's mainly due to the expertise we got in the background. We have a lot of good connections on the ground, not only in Africa, but the Middle East as such. I feel the mining has untapped potential and has had for decades. It's been underutilized for various reasons. So at the moment, as the lithium project is in play at the moment, after that, then we'll start looking at bringing on other assets. Definitely. The plan at the moment on the mining front would be hopefully back end of this year, maybe into next year, we'd look at uplisting the mining business. But it's a great market to be in, lots going on, and we definitely suited and in the right place, as I touched on, with the expertise, the people we have on the ground. So there we go.
So yeah, he's talking about uplisting in the mining business. So maybe they are talking about doing a spinoff, sort of like what Ilus is doing. But yeah, and he talks about surrounding himself with he's around a lot of team players that I'm paraphrasing. But no, I mean, you have to have a solid team around you to be successful. You're not going to go at it alone, and I think that is part of the reason that and the Ilus team is growing too. So you want to bring in people that you could trust, people that like, why do you think Nick Link brought in JP? Because he's dedicated and he's a team player, and they already had a connection before that. But yeah, so that was a little bit on CGRA. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please put them below. There's 31 of you. I should see 31. I need 31 answer sheets from you kids. No, I'm just kidding. This ain't class. Don't worry. This is chill time. It's almost time for the bourbon of the week. It really is. Yeah. So, anyways, oh man, that's a lot to share. Hey, Alex, what's going on? So much to share today. So, one thing I do want to share. So, I did want to share a new investment with you guys. I recently got the opportunity to invest in a company that is literally looking to purchase a shell, literally as early as you could get in. So it's like a private opportunity gone public. And I will tell you, it's been a learning experience thus far. The more and more I dig into the process of the OTC, the more I see the opportunity of going to fund a company privately, because I could see a lot of the benefits coming to fruition. And yes, you got to spend more money and you got to invest more money to help these smaller businesses. But I think that if you're a long-term holder, that's the best way to invest, is to go restricted, is to find a company and dig around to where you're comfortable with them. You reach out to the management and you say, hey, listen, I want to invest directly to you. And, Nick Coriano was talking about that from Triple DX. He actually was talking about how investing restricted is the way to go. It's the safest way to go. Not the safest, but safer than open market, especially when you're, because you get a fractional, you pay at a fraction of the cost because you're investing more money. All right. You could buy open market value, but if you go to a young company that may need to raise funding, guess what? You say, hey, listen, I have $10,000. You're going to be like, all right, fine. We could do restricted shares. You got to do them for 12 to 24 months or however else they do it. Every company's different. But I don't know. So I have gotten these opportunities, and I do want to reach out to you guys and be like, these opportunities, you guys can have these opportunities as well. So listen, here's a little teaser of the up and coming company that and what they're into. And I will say this, but you know what? Before I say any further, I can only talk about so much, because it's super early and I don't want to like plug anything that I shouldn't be plugging. So, hey, all right. So let's talk about the companies that they're looking to get acquired. They have existing DoD contracts. This is going to be a DoD play for me. And let's not forget the DoD budget is $826 billion. All right. And I looked it up. Here it is. And I confirmed that. And by the way, most of our budget is military budget. It's like 50%, if I'm correct. All right. So Like I said, I can't share names or anything. And by the way, the person heading up this project, he's awesome, and he will be on the show at some point. But we got to wait for things to happen appropriately. Right now, we're just early investors, all right? And you guys could do this too. You got to find people, network, and just take the risk and put yourself out there. And it's really finding legit companies or legit people that want to really expand their business, not these rug pulls. And let's be real, like there's a big chunk of the OTC that's it's a scam or whatever. I hate saying that word, but they do use these things. But the company is looking to get into the DoD contracts, and the existing VA business budget is $378 billion. $378 billion. That's a lot of money. And this means that they're owned and operated by service disabled veteran owned in hub zone small businesses. So that's crucial. So what I want to do is sort of go through this file right here and basically show you guys what he showed me. Sorry, there's a little bit of chaos going on here. That's usually how it is these days. I can't beat him, but I could yell at them. Just kidding. He beats his kids. That was a joke. Okay, it was a joke. I don't beat my kids. They don't deserve it yet. I'll wait till they're older. I could say this is for when you were 6. So I can't say who it is yet, just because of NDA. So basically, this is as early as it gets. But I want to share what I can with you guys, just because I am transparent, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about something and pump something that I'm not, that I'm not transparent about. So one of the things I did want to share with you guys is, let's take a look here, the veteran contracts, basically the VA contracts. What this is really cool because, well, I'll show you. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by the chaos happening outside my door right now. Not too happy about that. All right, let me see. All right, so this was sent to me, Veteran Contracting Assistance Programs. All right. Veteran Small Business Certification Program. Certification with SBA allows service disabled veteran-owned small businesses to compete for federal sole source and set-aside contracts across federal government. Basically, what this does, and I'm going to put the link to all the stuff in there in the chat, it gives a benefit to the service disabled vets that own these companies, all right? And basically it gives them preferential treatment, all right? They have to spend a certain amount of money on these businesses. So let's take a look at the benefits of SBA certification. Certification allows SDVOSB firms to opt for the opportunity to compete for sole source and set-aside contracts across the federal government. Certified VOSBs may also compete for sole source and set-aside contracts from the VA. Self-certified firms seeking these restricted competition opportunities must apply to SBA for certification by December 31st, 2023. All right. And so certified VOSBs and SDVOSBs should start the application process before their extended certification expiry date. Okay. So basically, there are advantages to what they are trying to do. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty excited about it, this investment opportunity. And it's young. It's not come to full fruition yet. So tactical reviews, what is up? And so basically, I just wanted to share a little bit about that with you guys. One thing that I did want to share with you, and this could be, I know because some of you guys aren't invested in CYBL, but there are certain things that they cannot share with you. It's just a fact. It's not that they're not being transparent, but when you have these contracts with the military, you can't say certain things. I'll show you the document that many of these companies need to fill out in order to get contracts. All right, let's take a look here. Boom. Here it is. All right, so this is called the DD 23454. All right. Militarily critical technical data agreement. All right. And if you look at section 5, as a condition of receiving military critical technical data, the entity and or individual certifies that they acknowledge all responsibilities under applicable U.S. export control laws and regulations. It just goes on. I'll put the link to this. You guys got to check this out because it basically says that they cannot disclose this information. All right. They can't. It's just not going to happen. And I think we see other companies that has happened with. Where's the one I saw that was this is here. They will not provide access to militarily critical technical data to persons other than their employees or eligible persons designated by the certified entity to act on their behalf unless such as access is permitted by the U.S. DoD, Canada's TDCR, or the U.S. or Canadian government agency. So obviously, they're talking about the people that work in management, the employees, or somebody that is legally bound to them, such as a lawyer. All right. So you guys got to check out this form. This is absolutely important, especially going forward. As I cover this company as they are up and coming and as they grow and as they hopefully acquire a shell, I think it's going to be rather cool to see how it progresses. And we're going to learn a lot. We are absolutely going to learn a lot from this company. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I am excited. I'm not going to lie. So, and I did ask about the type of companies that they're acquiring and if they're profitable. That's one of the things I always ask. Well, what are the revenues? Are they profitable? And I was told that each company they have been evaluating is up to 20 plus years old, and they've been profitable with continuous government contracts. The contracts span for a full range of agencies from the VA to DoD to Homeland Security, State Department, and a boatload of allied countries. And so, in talking with this gentleman, putting this together, he reminded me that even after the drawdown of the Afghan war, the U.S. is going to continue to raise money for their military. Like I said, I think it's 50% of our budget is military, and so or Department of Defense. So I don't know. I'd like to know the actual numbers. I'm pretty sure it's close to 50% of what we spend, and a lot of that is stuff that can't even be disclosed. So when they pass these bills, the DoD can't even disclose where this money goes. So when you pay your taxes and you're like, oh, this is a defense budget, there's so many things blacked out that, and we've seen the bills. I mean, we've seen filings come through where it's like literally everything's redacted. You can't tell it. There's a contract of some sort, but you don't get dates, you don't get names, you don't get price. Like there's a lot you don't get. So listen, if you want more information in investing early or how to come across such opportunities, hit me up on a DM and I could share more of this information with you, but I'll say it takes a lot of networking. These guys, these aren't couch change plays. These aren't like flipping for $100. This is really investing a substantial amount of your money long-term, locking your money up for 1, 2, 3 years, knowing that you have an investment in the people behind the company. Now, this isn't to say I'm not going to keep buying things at market value. I love it. I mean, that's why we all do this stuff. It's exciting. But it's nice to get in these early opportunities. And at the end of the day, when you ask me what I'm investing in here for this specific one, I'm really excited about. I wanted to tease you guys a little bit with this because there's only so much I could share with you right now. And I know that I'm not going to talk about what I don't know. But as things progress, I'm going to make sure that I give you guys all the information as things progress in the next couple weeks to a couple months. It's going to be quite the journey, but I'm investing in a person here, and I'm investing in his vision, and we're gonna see how it all plays out. John Don, welcome to the BFC. How are you doing? Hope you guys are good. So, all right. Sorry about that, guys. Ran to get here. Don't run. You could just watch the replay. Oh, thank you, all 35 of you joining me tonight. I think it's time. I think it's time for the bourbon of the week. What do you say, guys? Bourbon of the week? Absolutely. Rob, it's time for bourbon of the week. Oh, yes. Russell's Reserve today. Yes. Oh, baby. Over 100 combined years of whiskey making experience are on display in this bottle. Master distillers Jimmy and his son Eddie Russell hand-selected these barrels after at least 10 years of aging, resulting in a bourbon that delivers notes of rich, spicy vanilla. So yes, Russell Reserve, 10-year. Yes, I want to give a shout out to Jeff at McKinley Wine and Spirits. Yeah, I was actually going to get wine for my wife. She sends me every day for the wine. I'm just kidding. Yes. Yeah, bravo to Jeff. But no, I was going to grab a couple bottles of wine, and I was talking to him about just bourbons. And I'm like, yeah, I usually get in bourbons. And shout out to Tom as well over there. He's another one of my bourbon recommenders. And so he goes, listen, I want to show you a bourbon right now. He goes, you can't leave the store unless you you guys, you're not leaving the store until you walk out with this one. I go, all right, fine, whatever, just put it in my cart. So I said, what is it? He goes, it's Russell's Reserve 10-year. And so, yeah, I here it is. And this is not the initial tasting, but I did actually, I did, I did buy it immediately and I tried it right when I got home and I was pleasantly surprised. That's excellent. And I do get vanilla. Woo! This is needed right now. And it's half gone. Wow, this is good. Oh yeah, I get definitely get vanilla for a 10-year at a price point of under $50. Absolutely great. So let's do this. Let's talk a little bit about one of my new plays and one person that I'm actually going to have on right now. Hang on 1 second. Let's see. A little bit of technical difficulties, guys. What the heck? All right. My computer's frozen. Of course, this is going to happen, but whatever. We're just chilling out anyways. Cheers, you guys. Cheers to the week goes to everybody just hanging out. We have time off of work. That's great. Absolutely delicious. I got to say, I was hoping to get a birthday cake rant today. That would have been nice. So, just kidding. We had some good birthday cake convo last week. But the last thing I want to talk about is ticker Rmrk. This one, I think, is absolutely going to be huge. All right. And if it's not, guess what? I'm the worst stock guy ever. I wanted to get in on this one sooner. I did, but it just didn't work out. It just didn't, I wanted to do some digging. I wanted to see like what they were doing. And so I want to pull up this little slide here of, just somebody posted this in one of the Discords, and I thought this was pretty cool. Basically, Rmrk, the 10 reasons. And so had massive runs before, non-dilutive acquisition, reverse merger of Blue Nutric, 120 million projected revenue, 1 million financing minimum, might be a lot more, should be announced soon. Name change soon, Rmrk Gold Corp to Blue Nutric Incorporated. Yes, if you look these guys up if you look up Rmrk, and me and Wayward were actually laughing about this because but it says they do CBD. I go, that's what happens when you buy the shell. When you get that, you have to change the whole description, change the name, change the ticker number. It's just a whole process. Professor Pierre Schenk, all right, added to the board. Schenk has developed new disease-resistant plants and algae for food, feed, and biofuel with more than 180 papers published and 7 patents. His research previously has been used in 3 other businesses. Blue Nutric will be the 4th. He is going to be on the show. I'm going to show you some of his bio. I have him coming on Wednesday at some point, and we're going to do an interview, the old school style, and I'm going to release it on Sunday evening. Mark your calendars. I'm so excited to have him on because these science topics really fascinate me, from talking about Ifus with the cow feed and, with the shrimp play, and how things are going to better our existence on this planet, especially when it comes to consumption of food and solving these problems that we have, especially when it comes to carbon emissions or whatever. Though I do think that, and I'm not going to get political, but I'd like to see China reduce their carbon emissions. You can't all blame it. You can't have the West do it all. Sorry, that's my personal opinion, and it is what it is. So it doesn't make a difference if we're making all the changes when half the world isn't. All right, 5. Tweet by the company, the future of fuel. ExxonMobil has dedicated $600 million to algae. He says algae. Biofuel research to date. Rumors say they are involved with this deal with Pierre Schenk on board, funding fouls. I'm not going to say that that's the case at all. I'm not going to, and it's there, but this is coming from my lips. I'm not going to associate ExxonMobil with Rmrk at any like I'm just going to ignore that part. I'm going to ignore that part because I've seen big names like this thrown around OTC 000 companies all the time just to see those companies crash and they disappear. This is what happens. Do I think it's going to happen here? I do not. All right. I don't think that's going to happen. That's just my personal opinion. But I'm not going to equate the two until I hear something official with ExxonMobil and Rmrk. I'm not going to say anything else. 6, global omega market, 3.8 billion. Global biofertilizer market, 4.8 billion. Concerns by CEO countered. No dilution, no reverse split, no shell risk. All right. After 0015, blue sky close to breakout. We'll break the 52-week high very soon, in my opinion. Still on time to enter. I got in at, I wanted to get in 001, but I bit the bullet and got a million shares at 11s, 0011. It will keep the momentum coming in coming weeks. Official PR will be out soon. 10, management active and attentive. We are excited to move forward with the closing, and I look forward to seeing the company play an important role in the global algae sector. Regular updates with shareholders will continue. This is the type of transparency that I look for in a company. So, especially with a big name like Professor Pierre Schenk, and you're probably like, all right, who is he? Professor Pierre Schenk. If you actually go on YouTube, you could actually just type his name in, and there are literally like videos of him giving lectures. All right, so this is going to be big. Let's take a look at what we have here. So hopefully, all right, Lisa Matthews says 7x. All right, hey, that's a good way to think of things. Rmrk hit 13 today, which is awesome in my opinion. I think it's a great indicator. And J7 Cars always nails it. There's more that binds us than breaks us. It's true. Absolutely. John Don, I love this room. I love you guys. This is absolutely one of the my favorite things to do is on Wednesday is do live interviews, do live chats, and sort of just wing it. Just wing it, especially when I have to take a break when my computer freezes. For some reason, my keyboard freezes. But yeah, my brother is a craft beer maker in Ontario, Stone Pickers. I will be entertaining there August 4th if anyone is really bored. Well, that's cool. That's cool. That's probably going to be more exciting than the keg share price. So, so yeah. Let's take a look at Professor Pierre Schenk. Let's look at his bio because honestly, I'm really not nervous. I'm really excited about this interview because we're going to be discussing some really cool scientific content, stuff that I'm going to need him to explain to me like I am an 8th grader. So let's take a look at this. So Professor Pierre Schenk, research biography, scientists and engineers at Pierre Schenk's algae biotechnology. Oh my gosh. Biotechnology group, I better get it together before Wednesday, are working to sustainably produce biodiesel, protein-rich animal feed, and high-value products from microalgae. Importantly, microalgae are highly efficient producers of biomass that can be farmed in large scale without competing for arable land or biodiverse landscapes. They are able to use polluted water, brackish, or seawater. Using next-generation sequencing and chemical engineering, Schenk's team has developed improved local microalgae strains, as well as low-cost cultivation and innovative harvesting systems. A 250,000-liter algae energy farm has been constructed at the UK Pinjarra Hills campus I hope I said that right, to provide a cost and energy-effective biodiesel and animal feed production module. This module fully utilizes microalgae's potential as a zero-waste biorefinery concept, producing not only bioenergy, but also cattle feedstock, as well as omega-3 fatty acids, carotenoids, there it is, and phytosterols. I did not pass chemistry class. I just want to say that for the record. Additional research is underway to combine biodiesel from microalgae with biogas production that will allow recycling or fertilizer to provide fully sustainable energy farms. That is cool stuff. Moving on and looking at hold on here. I'm going to bring something else up. I want you guys to check out the site. The site is actually really, really cool. Schenklab.com. All right. Take a look at this. This explains all the stuff. I'm going to spend tomorrow, a good chunk of tomorrow, and I'm not even joking. There's Mr. Professor Schenk, Dr. Schenk, I should say. look at all this. Everything's explained. It's not one of those dead OTC sites, and this is not related to the ticker. All right, this is a company that's merging into the ticker. All right, understand that. So this is really a detailed site as to the process, and this is what I really care about the this is what I care about on the BFC. I care about what's going on behind the scenes. These real companies that have real solutions to real problems. This is so cool. All right, and I'm gonna spend like a good hour like looking through the site and educating myself tomorrow, big time. I've already started like sifting through it, but it's a really nice site. Everything's broken down nicely. Like I said, it's not a ghost site. It's very informative and sort of like we were talking about with Ifus. You guys, check this thing out seriously. Like even with Ifus, you're talking about like the that product that could literally soak up oil spills and literally break it down naturally. It's so cool. It's so cool, and it could save us billions of dollars. And that's why I love these plays. Rmrk, Ifus, they all have it like a GRPS. These are plays that I think are really going to benefit humanity and be billion-dollar companies if they are successful. That's just my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. That's it. That's all I got today. I'm just sort of hanging. China is building more coal electric plants than the rest of the world is decommission. Oh my God. I only had a little sip of this. It's been a long day. Decommissioning. There it is. Yeah, no, that's true. And you know what? I think that we're biting the bullet on a lot of the stuff. That's my personal opinion is that, Western countries, it seems like we're putting all these restrictions on us to like limit carbon emissions. I mean, like in New York, they're thinking about banning gas stoves. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Like new bills can only have I mean, anybody knows that lives up here. That is a stupid idea. Anybody that likes to cook and cook good, cook well, I should say, isn't going to cook on a freaking electric stove. Spicy gumbo tonight on the BFC. There it is. But I'm serious. I'm 100% serious. I think we've reached a point of delusional metrics that are like have never been seen before in this country and in the world, where like we think doing these small things are going to equate to these big results, and it's not the truth. It just isn't. If you look at like a lot of the pollution, of the majority of pollution, where does it come from? It comes from Asian countries. It does. I mean, they were wearing masks long before it was cool, decades ago, because the air pollution is so bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that this is going to be so cool to see the progression of Professor Schenk and what he's able to bring to the fuel industry and what he's going to be able to do to really help humanity out a little bit. But hey, it's going to be awesome regardless. So Rmrk, definitely check it out. I'm in for $1 million. And like I said, this isn't financial advice, but I think the floor for me, like is a little bit of pullback. I wanted to see 10s, but like I said, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. Why the hell not? Enjoy the ride and just have a good time. That's what it's all about. So I do plan on obviously taking profit on the way up. I'm thinking if it hits a 004, 005, there's not a lot of resistance after that. And if this thing goes on a major tear, you could make money going all the way up trading this thing. So that's it. That's all I got. Yeah. What's going on in the comment section? Spicy gumbo tonight, like I pulled up. That's funny. I could get a little spicy sometimes. I don't know if I get frustrated, but I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty chill on the BFC most of the time. Let's see. Hey, I'll take 0015 on that for Friday. That'd be nice. So listen, what do you guys want me to cover in the next this summer? Like give me some ideas. I know VAPR was mentioned. I gotta look into that one a little bit more. I'll be honest, like I only have so much time, so I'm doing as much as I can. When Ilus moon when we go on the moon? Well, yeah, technically you're funny. Oh man. Lisa Matthews, and I think she's referring to Rmrk. I would say if the company starts putting out PRs officially, then it will help future investors see the opportunity. So I don't know. Make gumbo with GRPS. I mean, are you kidding me? Like if I get some of their shrimp, I'm totally gonna to cook it and do like a live thing. Don't forget, I'm gonna do 10 wings and 10 hot sauces At some point, I think in August. That's when I'm going to do that. You guys got to be on here for that. All right. It's going to be pretty damn funny. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. Watch me in tears as I can't handle it. Brian says GEGI. I'm not really into that one. I mean, I could just do a quick update on that next week if you want me to. But I have no skin in the game there. But I'll look into it. More about Ifus. Yes, I will definitely cover Ifus more. 100% will be doing it. I look at that as a long-term play. And so I was going to make a real funny comment, a real funny one, but I bit my tongue. I don't need anybody coming after me. Carolina Reaper sauce for 10. I'm in. I don't know what sauce number 10 is going to be, but guys, throw me ideas. I'm going to have live people on the show, and it's going to be 10 stocks, 10 wings, and we're going to see if I can make it through. Ilus is going to be the 10th stock, by the way. So the only way we get to talk Ilus is if I make it to that 10th wing. Yeah, I'm having a little fun here. I don't care. Oh, man. Only if you know how to make a roux. I do know how to make a roux. I love cooking. I absolutely love cooking. 100% love it. I own the kitchen in this house. I do. I've taken a break, though. Like, I used to get crazy with the meals, but over the last couple months, I've been really busy. You know, real estate, the YouTube, the school, all that stuff, you know. So I haven't been able to tear up the kitchen like I normally want to. But anything new on DRCR? I think it's undervalued right now. I think that like it's a buy. It was a buy at 15. It was a buy at 18. I liked it at 18 cents. That's where I liked DRCR. So right now, I mean, it's half that. It was at 9 cents today. So whatever. I mean, yeah, I wish I could buy them all, but you know, I can't. Jordan made a partial fill buy today, and the price was below my price and still didn't fill. It's crazy. Yeah. Even Rmrk, like that was not filling appropriately, but I got my fill. I got all of the filled. That's it. So, all right, gang. Oh, wait, one more. Dynasty. I heard CYBL can't reduce the authorized share while in CYPRRY just did that. So does that sound like CYBL might be buying back shares while they are CE? They can't. They can't do that when they're in CE. They would have done it. They would be doing it right now because they have the money to literally just wipe it clean. They already have it allocated to do that. I'm hoping, trust me, I can't wait. I will be the one person applauding when the CYBL nightmare is over and this thing's riding high because it should be. They have legitimate contracts. And obviously, you saw the cryptic message earlier. No, I'm just kidding. Ifus restricted just updated. Please tell me they added a little bit more. That's a good sign if they did. Did they? Roux is the key to excellent Cajun food. Can't buy back shares in CE. That's absolutely correct. Totally. All right, gang. Listen, we've been at it an hour. I'm going to take it easy because I didn't really plan on going live tonight, but I'm going to be consistent. So make sure you guys keep showing up. Seriously, I really appreciate you guys. I want to keep doing this. Share this channel with people. It's an open policy. You know, anybody's welcome. And share the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and get people out there. I'd love to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And we're already this has already exceeded my expectations. And seriously, thank you to all you guys. I sincerely mean it. Even on these too much fun over there, and you'll get a chance to meet Rob at some point. That's for sure. But yeah, no, it's gonna be great. I'm excited about what the future holds, and you know what? You got to find these gems in the OTC, and you know, I think that we'll be very happy campers in the next couple years. Gary, thank you, my friend, for joining. You guys are awesome. Jord Hugga, Truck, yeah, the only guy that gets to steal my closing line. You know, he did a good job. You can't have your cake and eat it too, but you can. He will tell you can. All right, guys, that's all I got for you from Buffalo. All right, remember, there's more that binds us than breaks us. Have a good night.